Yo, what is up, everybody? Popo here, bringing guys a new video. Portland Regionals just ended, and we're going to talk about it. Let's go. Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Portland Regionals. It was a fantastic event. The finals was insane, so go check that out if you haven't watched it yet. Really good games. And other news, my hot takes did not go so well. I was not very good at predicting anything that had happened. But it was still a fun video to make. And our boy Jose actually got 8th place, or got top 8 in general. Amazing run by Jose, so full credit to him. Yeah, so let's just get right into these stats. There's some really interesting things going on here. So we have Fluttermane. I'm big into statistics, by the way, so I love this kind of stuff. So Fluttermane had about 58% usage with a 51% win rate. That is really good. Look how many games that Fluttermane got played in. And of course, it came in first. But the big surprise here is Incineroar, who only have 43%. I thought this would be higher, but only a 49% win percentage. So that's crazy. And his top place was 3rd, of course. But that's low. That's low for an Incineroar, I feel like. Chen Pao, 31%. But look at this, 54.06% win percentage. And of course, it came in first. Ogerpon had a 30% with a 53. So that's really good too. So these two together, really good. I don't think too many people had Chen Pao pegged this high. Going to be 31%. Definitely not with a 54% win percentage. Same with Ogerpon. Ogerpon was dropping off for a while, and then the last couple of tournaments, it's done really well, and it's actually above Urshifu for the first time in quite a while, I think. And 53% win, obviously came first. Rapid Strike, just under 30% usage, only 50% win-loss, and top placement was only 6th. So was unable to crack the top 4. We had Rillaboom at 27%, so this is the 6th most used Pokemon. 50% higher win percentage than Urshifu, but only 11th. So that's a really interesting spot for Rillaboom, as it failed to crack the top 8. Yeah, who thought, right? I guess, you know, it's good against like 3 of these Pokemon up here. I would even say 4. It gets pretty good against Fluttermane as well. It's not good against Incineroar. So it makes you wonder why it didn't do better, right? Next we have Raging Bolt, 24, but 53% win percentage. Really good result for the first tournament Raging Bolt was in. This is the first Pokemon besides Incineroar here. It's the first tournament, you know, for it. Incineroar obviously has been in 3-time world champion, but Raging Bolt, this is its very first tournament. Getting a 53.3 is really good. Landorus, I thought, would have a better showing here. Only 50% win percentage, 23% teams, and only finished top 7. Entei, now this is the Pokemon of the tournament in top 10 here. We had a 21% usage, but a 54.41 win percentage, and obviously it came in first. We have Farigiraf, 50% exact on its win-loss with 10. Whimsicott, 25th as its best placement is kind of crazy. Oh, what did this do? Oh, you could see what people are using on it. Okay, I didn't even know that. This website is fantastic, by the way. Link will be down below. Check all this stuff out. There's so many little things. If you're a statistics nerd, this is it right here. This is it. So yeah, look at 44% win for Whimsicott. So Whimsicott did not show up. Same with Walking Wake, who I thought would do a lot better. 40! I guess a lot of people are just ready for it. I mean, Raging Bolt is just so much better. And 46th. Dragonite only had 10% usage, but 56 win percentage. And of course, it came in first. We saw Iron Hands up there, only 43%. These are some crazy statistics. You got King Gambit kind of running some houses over here. You know, came in 6th with Joe's team. We had Indeedee got 5th, so that's good for Indeedee. We had Urshifu Single Strike, who did pretty decent this tournament, 54.72, which I think might be the 2nd highest, which is crazy. And as you go down the list, you could see a lot of the numbers start to drop a little bit, especially usage percentage. The Ogerpons were kind of buffed by the fact that only a little portion of people were running them, only 5.4%, and they all did really well with it. So that definitely got boosted. We see more Ogerpon and Iron Crown getting over 50%. Oh, I was wrong. Reggie Drago actually... Oh, wait, whoa. Lamora had a 60%. Hold on. There's some... I didn't go down this far the list. I just figured they weren't going to be that strong. But I guess this goes for that same thing. That Don Dozo team is doing really well together. So you see these win percentages equate to that. But there was one Don Dozo out there without a Tatsugiri, and that kind of lowered his win percentage there. And there was some Glamoras without... No, they had to be on all the Dondozo teams, right? Then this is, I don't know. There had to be something going on. There might have been more than one Dondozo without some help. Same with Pelipper. I thought Pelipper might do a little bit better than this. We got some 50%. Of course, we have Terrakion. There weren't too many people running. Only 14 were ran. We had Hatterene. Hatterene actually made top 8s. Got 5th place here. Same with Ursaluna. Ursaluna, 63% win on 11 usage, so that's really good. Less than 50% for Hatterene is not a great showing, but that top finish is kind of all you need. We had a top finish for Hisuian Arcanine, but 44% is not great. We'll see if that actually bumps up. We might see this a weird kind of switch. You know, we call it new toy syndrome. Incineroar right now is the new toy. So maybe we start seeing Incineroar dropping and we see this Hisuian Arcanine going back up. I'm interested to see that going into Charlotte next week. We had Annihilate. Look at this. Clefairy, 57%, 18th. That's a really good finish for Clefairy. Of course, we had Moxie boosted on the Araquanid. It didn't do too well overall, only 40%. Melodic did terrible. You're going to see these Pokemon probably be a lot less. There might be 1 or 2 that fill out, but, you know, Grimmsnarl, 34%, just showing the drop-off there. Tyranitar, I said Tyranitar I think could be good and could be a good Pokemon in this tournament. We see a 51.56, so maybe we see an increase in Tyranitars. As people start seeing that, it might be pretty decent. Dragapult, a 54 coming down here with 7 of them on the field. Smeargle, of course, Smeargle made 23rd. That was Ryan. Ryan goes to my local, so I lost to Ryan on Thursday against his team. It was very close games, though. It just came down to a couple of calls. 63% winning for Smeargle. I'm interested to see if this is going to make it so Smeargle actually gets used more. If people start looking at these statistics in depth. Latios, there was a 22nd Latios that did pretty well. Jumpluff, Stefan Mont was using Jumpluff, did not make day 2. Komao and Magmar was on the same team. Look at Magmar, 57.5% win percentage, so it was doing great. But I want to look at Gouging Fire, right? So one of my takes here was that Gouging Fire would actually be pretty meh. 50% win percentage. It did get a top 32 placement, but there was only 14 of them used. He's mid. He's mid. 100% confirmed mid. So for partner pairs over here, our top partner pair was actually Incineroar with Fluttermane. It was all Incineroar. I mean, all Fluttermanes except for these two. And yeah, so pretty decent items. 71% of the field had at least one Assault Vest on their team. If we click on this, yeah, we can see what Pokemon had them. So yeah, you could see the pretty standard users of it. I mean, maybe a little bit different on Tyranitar. There was... Okay. I don't see the Mamoswine using it. I don't know what that's all about, to be honest. But hey, more power to you. There was a Skeledirge out there running around. So, yeah, I mean, Assault Vest, 71% usage. Then we have Focus Sash, Life Force, Citrus Berry, Booster Energy, and Choice Specs with the top 6 that you're most likely to see. We got Terra Water being 17%, 3% higher than the next, which is Fairy, and then Grass. And the number 1 used move was Fake Out. We saw 1% of the Fake Outs being used by our boy there. Let's see, there's a Pikachu out there. Okay, respect. And then we had Close Combat was the next most used move. Followed by Flare Blitz, Sucker Punch. So it's really interesting to see how there were so many Flutter Mains, but we don't see in... Oh, because these are physicals. Okay, that makes more sense. 11%, 11%, and 10%. So there were some Flutter Mains out there not running one or the other. Then we had Earth Power, Icy Wind. Protect was only on 40% of Pokemon. Number one being Chien-Pao. Then we had Tailwind, Follow Me, and Spiky Shield. Trick Room on 5%. We see the biggest Trick Room users being Farigiraf and Indeedee, and then dropped off for the ones we're used to, but there's a Flutter Mane hanging out in there. We also see, we see some interesting Pokemon. It's always interesting to me to see what the lower tables are running. So, really good. 2% on Spore. Of course, you know, we got our boy here with Spore. They're actually, this 2% of the Spores were on you know, what's his face there? I can't think of his name for some reason, but here we go. Now we got the top teams, right? So we got Alex Underhill winning the whole thing with a pretty standard team. I think this is a team that people would have considered something that people would be running. And if we look at it here, we can see it's pretty standard. We have Aerial Ace, so that could be something different on a different Dragonite, but pretty standard. We have the 3-attack version of the Raging Bolt, which I prefer myself. We have Snarl, Assault Vest Entei, which is perfectly fine, especially if you're around the Dragonite. And then we have the Chien-Pao with the Ghost Hair, pretty standard here, and the standard Ogerpon. So nothing crazy coming out from there. This is probably the craziest team was Anton's team. Anton's team was really cool because it had Fake Out support with the Screamtail support for its two main special attackers here. And then it also had Fake Out support and Tailwind. And this is Assault Vest Incineroar, which is a little bit different with Dragon Terra. I haven't seen Dragon Terra yet. And then we had double Steel Terra on the main attackers and Steel from the Tornadus with Ghost over here. So, really good support mons. You want to set up your Goldango or just go for the Dragon Energies if they have nothing that can deal with them. I'm not a huge fan of Earth Power over something like the Terra Blast, because I just think you lose to Flutter Mane in some cases, so it's just tough. So that was a pretty interesting team. We have Brandon Davis on a pretty interesting team too. He had the Trick Room stuff. It's relatively standard, but it is new Trick Room, so it's the one thing I got correct from my hot takes. James Beck wasn't there, so I kind of got ripped off on that one. We see a Baxcalibur coming in 15th here, so you know, nobody was really using Baxcalibur. I've been talking a little bit about Baxcalibur because I think it's good with clear amulets. I think this team is pretty decent. Of course, you have the rain that you could set up. But I think maybe if you switch this to Sun and you still use this Baxcalibur, and instead of Archludon, you have Entei, and this Urshifu, maybe you go Dark, I think this could be something different and really, really strong. So, that's a good team there. I'm not a big fan, honestly, of the Latias. I've tried to use it. It's just not for me. I just don't do well with it. So, so we see, and this is probably the most interesting, was from Michael Zhang, former regional winner, of course. He's off of that Tyranitar with the Psychic. Now he's Grass, but he got Terra Blast. He's going with the Assault Vest. So this can do some stuff. We got Magmar here with the Helping Hand, Overheat, Follow Me, of course. And we got a Rillaboom with Miracle Seed. I'm not a huge fan of Miracle Seed, but I get it. And, of course, the one Pokemon that Michael made famous, which was that Iron Defense Body Press Como-O. Still going with that. I can appreciate it. And the Latios with the Soul Dew, just to do some damage. Luster Purge, of course, got boosted, buffed. And Primarina Rocky Helmet just kills Urshifu's. So it's really good. There was a lot of interesting teams, and this is Ryan's team that I faced at Locals. Spore, Follow Me, Fake Out, Decorate, so you could do a lot with this Smeargle. Farigiraf with the Safety Goggles, which I think is the best way to run it. If you're running it with Citrus Berry or anything like that, Safety Goggles is just better. It's just better. Hyper Voice, Psyshock, Helping Hand, Trick Room. Blood Moon Grass with Hyper Voice, Earth Power, Blood Moon, and Protect with the Life Orb. So this is a little bit different Life Orb rather than some of the other items. We have Urshifu, Single Strike with the Choice Band, Wicked Blow, Close Combat, Iron Head, Sucker Punch. Whimsicott had the Covert Cloak with Fire Tear as well. Moonblast, Tailwind, Taunt, and Encore. Really disruptive. And Chi Yu Specs with that Ghost, Heat Wave, Dark Pulse, Snart, and then Overheat. Once again, this I lost to him at locals. So, really good team. I really do like it. I want to see how Ian is running their Smeargle here. Spore, Fake Out, Wide Guard, or Spore, Follow Me, Wide Guard, Fake Out, Moody. Some people I see, like, where is it? Own Tempo. I don't get Own Tempo. Maybe there's something I'm missing. I know you don't want the speed boost on accident if you run Trick Room, but I just don't really get it. I don't know. It's not for me, I guess. Yeah, so Portland Regionals was a lot of fun to watch. They still have a lot of guff in between each round that I think they still need to work out. Like, they should just look at what, like, Magic the Gathering does and some of these other esports and kind of just replicate what they do, because they make it interesting in between. Like, do team techs or something like that where they can look at the teams, like, talk to a known player and talk about, different things with them that they can pre-record the day before or whatever. So there's things that they could do. Hopefully that they'll start doing that, because they are doing a lot more now, so got to give credit to them. But anyways, guys, Portland Regionals is over. We're on to Charlotte. I got a lot of boys going to Charlotte, so I can't wait for that. And on Wednesday, I will be putting out a video in which I use Iron Leaves to win some ranked matches and stuff. I got the top 500 with Iron Leaves, so it's a really good Pokemon. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure that you guys thumbs the video up, follow if you aren't, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.